Hello there. Well, today I'm having a look at this 1887 sixpence. There we have Queen Victoria, and that is the Jubilee head, because 1887 was Queen Victoria's 50th Jubilee year. The weight is 2.83 grams, 19mm in diameter, composition is 92.5% silver. It was minted in London, in England, and they minted 3,675,607, including the varieties, which we'll have a look at later. The designer was Joseph Edgar Boehm. There he is. And if it will focus right at the bottom there, so I can zoom in, you can see the initials JEB. Let me get me cocktail stick out and give it a... There we go, it's right at the bottom there, JEB, Joseph Edgar Boehm. Now the initials on mine are slightly below the truncation. That's the sharply cut off bottom edge of a portrait. I had to look that one up. Okay, on this image that I found on the internet, you could see the initials JEB are actually on the Queen's portrait and not below. This is a scarcer version. I don't know the mintage figures of this. If anyone's got it, I would be happy to know. Another variant is where you can see a V that's been minted underneath the R in Victoria. It's very hard to see, but there it is. None of these two variants are that valuable really, both about 50 quid in very fine condition. Some of the 1887 sixpences were minted with the third head of Victoria. Again, I don't know the mintage figures, but in very fine condition, it's listed as £15, which is about $18.50 if you're watching in America, so not too scarce, this one. Now there's a reverse of the coin. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the Latin round there, but rough translation means shame on him who thinks badly. It shows the shield with the royal crown above. The quadrants represent members of kingdoms of the UK. 3 lions for England, 1 for Scotland and a heart for Ireland. The design is surrounded by a garter with the date below. It was designed by Jean-Baptiste Merlin, a French designer. I can't find a picture of him anywhere though, I'm afraid. There we've got the sixpence on the right and a half sovereign on the left. They've both got the Jubilee design of the Queen's head. They've both got the shield on, they've both got the crown, and they've both got the date at the bottom. The half sovereign is worth 20 times more than the sixpence. Although the sovereign was heavier, if somehow you could make the sixpence gold, then you could pass it off as a half sovereign to people unfamiliar with the coins. Well, fraudsters were quick to take advantage of the similarity and started gilding the sixpences in order to pass them off as half sovereigns. Gilding being the art or practice of overlaying or covering with gold leaf, also a thin coating or wash of gold, or that which resembles gold. I don't know why the Royal Mint would do this. 2 coins roughly the same size with no denomination written on either of them. I think it should have been pretty obvious what would have happened. As a result, the coins were withdrawn, so the type is now known as the Withdrawn Sixpence. A new issue later in the same year reverted to the old wreath reverse. It was slightly modified, and as you can see there, it featured a new crown. And well, I think, very importantly, had the sixpence denomination on it. There's a size comparison compared with a 50p. And there is a 1977 American dollar. If anybody can add any information to that, I'd be pleased to read it in the comments, and anything I've got wrong, if you could put me right. Well, thank you very much everybody, and see you in the next video.